was inspired to write a book and give back because I spent 33 years in corporate America. And when I graduated from college in 1978, and I came to work for a really wonderful company, a Fortune 500 company, I looked around me and there were no women in leadership positions. And it's very hard to be something you've never seen. But over time, I was given a lot of opportunities, had a lot of support along the way, worked very hard, and was the first woman to hold many positions that I went into. And when that happens, you get asked a lot to go speak to other people about your leadership philosophy. And the first couple times that happened, and I was speaking mostly to a female audience, I would think, oh my gosh, what am I going to share with them? I don't really have anything that's a silver bullet to share. And what I realized is that just in going and talking to people about my career journey and little lessons that I had learned were extremely valuable. I would speak and people would be lined up wanting to get more advice afterwards. And I think what happens to executives a lot of times, and I liken this to teaching somebody how to drive a car, you forget how much is involved in driving that car until you have to teach somebody else. And I remember when I was teaching my daughter how to drive, I was like, oh my goodness, you need to remember to put the blinkers on, and you need to, put the brakes on sooner. And careers are the same way. Once you accomplish a certain amount, you just assume everybody else knows what you do. And I became very committed to taking some of the lessons that I had learned and putting them in writing and leaving them for the next generation of leaders coming along. And I wanted it to be not just my stories, but I interviewed hundreds of other men and women and asked them some pretty pointed questions about what they think it takes to be successful in the corporate world. And I have the interviews with 28 of the most prominent women that I interviewed, women who are in the C-suite, who were very passionate as well about leaving their secrets behind. And actually found there was a good bit of commonality in the advice that ends up being given, which made it much easier for me to write the book and give the advice to this next generation coming along.